Well. Looks like 2025 is going to claim its next victim, and we still haven't even left January at the time of filming this video. It's January 31st, and we have another victim. It's absolutely insane what's happening in the gaming industry right now with the multiple shutdowns between studios and video games. It's insane. And now we have Multiverses from Warner Brothers, which, by the way, Multiverses lost Warner Brothers over $100 million. And now it's going to be shut down when season 5 is concluded in May. This game is officially dead in 2025. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, over $100 million lost for this travesty that is known as Multiverses. And it's one of those games where, you know what? I know some people that did like it, but for the most part, most people did not like it. It felt like a cheap knockoff, obviously, of Super Smash Brothers, which I feel like obviously it was trying to be. It was trying to compete in that segment of video games, and that's pretty ballsy, considering that Super Smash Brothers has held down that crown for quite a while now. But ultimately, it ended up in the death of Multiverses, and honestly, a big hit to Warner Brothers game division as a whole. So let's get into this article, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it seems like they're going with season 5 regardless, for whatever reason. I don't really know why. I think season 5 is currently going right now as we speak, and it's going to conclude in May. So it's not like it's a brand new season. It's already an active season. But let's see what they're going to do after the game ends season 5. Are they going to shut it down completely? Are they going to offer an offline mode? I highly doubt it. What are they going to do? Well, let's see. Player First Games has announced that Multiverses Season 5 will be its last, bringing the Warner Bros. Platform fighting game to a close May 30th of 2025 at 9 a.m. PST. The studio revealed plans to discontinue support for the crossover brawler with a blog post on its website. Multiverses, which launched May 28 last year, will launch into Season 5 starting next week, February 4th, and will continue through its May 2025 end date. It's at this point that support for online play will come to an end, with Player First promising that players will still be able to access all earn and purchase content while offline via the local gameplay mode and training mode. Okay, so there will be an offline mode for this game, but quite simply, there just won't be any online support. And we are seeing this happen with so many failed live service projects. We are seeing it happen all the way through, because what they are doing is they want to maintain that offline mode so that they cannot then get sued later down the line for content that people purchase that they're no longer able to use. It's a big time conversation that's happening in the gaming industry where you have digital products that are being purchased and then later down the line are being removed for whatever reason, whether it's a licensing removal or something along those lines. It ends up being something that you lose money and you lose access to what you paid for in the first place. So these offline modes are there to maintain that purchase, to maintain that money for them, and that way they cannot be sued for taking away something that somebody paid for. Basically, it's a new level of protection that they're doing with a lot of these games. Look at Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad's doing the same exact thing where it's giving you an offline mode. And now this is 2 video games. I want to keep in mind, 2 video games from Warner Brothers that have lost well over $300 million combined. And these 2 video games are now both dead within 1 year of them being alive. It is absolutely insane what's going on right now. Most importantly, we want to thank every player in person who has ever played or supported Multiverses. A message from Multiverses team says the following: all of us on the Player First Games and Warner Brothers Games teams have poured our heart and soul into this game. We'll be forever grateful for the incredible support of the Multiverses community throughout this journey. The sad thing is that if you actually had real support, your game wouldn't be dead right now, right? I mean, that's the obvious thing that most people don't even want to hear when they're shutting down their game. But quite frankly, they always try to sell you this story, right, of being so amazing. They got such amazing developers. They got all this amazing team. They try to sell you this story. But what it truthfully is that you guys are just not doing the job that you're supposed to be doing. You're not as talented. You're not as skilled. You're not as amazing as you think you are. You're selling yourselves these stories and having this level of toxic positivity. But at the end of the day, the products are speaking for themselves. And most of them are failing. That's the sad thing. So it says Season 5. Oh, hold on. Let's go over here. Season 5 will serve as the final update for Multiverses. Okay, so it's not out yet. Oh, so I was right initially. It's not out yet. It's coming out on February 4th, and it's going to be ending on 5/30/2025. After season ends, players will be able to enjoy the game offline for the foreseeable future. Visit our blog post and FAQ for more details. So, yeah, so the season is not out yet. It's starting in February 4th, 2025. Now, I don't know what these seasons really do. I don't really know what they offer, to be honest with you. I don't really know know if it's like anything that's worthwhile, but I'm sure it's something similar to like a Fortnite or something like that. Player First adds that real money transactions for Multiverses are no longer available as of today, though fans will still have the option to use Gleamium and character tokens to access in-game content until support ends coming May 30th. Multiverses will also be delisted from the PlayStation Store, Microsoft Store, Steam, and Epic Games Store at this time. Oh, wow. So you can only access it if you already had it installed. Wow, they are taking it away from all of the stores. That's insane. That's actually pretty damn insane. And you know what? I'm not surprised because, again, if they're not going to be able to monetize it, then there's really no reason for them to offer it, on these stores. They're going to take it down from the stores because they don't want any more people downloading the game, quite frankly. And now the people who have it downloaded are the only ones who are going to be able to enjoy the game offline. I think it's absolutely fucking hilarious, man. This whole thing is just one big clusterfuck in the gaming industry. So then it recaps what happened to Suicide Squad, and I want you guys to pay attention to this one because this is where it hurts. Multiverse demise follows news that the project was seen as a massive failure for Warner Brothers Discovery. In a financial call from November, the company explained that Multiverses performed far worse than expected, resulting in around a $100 million write-down for its game sector. That brought the total to $300 million after the launch of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in January. Just last week, Variety reported that Warner Brothers Games head David Haddad would be leaving the company following a tumultuous 2024. So this comes full circle, right? Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I guarantee you, lost more than $200 million. It's just what it lost at the time of its financial report. But I'm sure it's lost even more money now. Same thing with Multiverses. Multiverses had the same financial report time as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and it lost $100 million at the time. I guarantee you it's more. Most likely, this game, combined, these two probably lost upwards of $500 million for Warner Brothers because there's no way this game is making money while it was live and it was getting content and getting updates and all that. There's no way. It was not making any money whatsoever. It was losing money, hemorrhaging money. So it was costing these developers and these studios so much money that they are now both shut down. And that resulted in David Haddad having to leave the company, right? Because he's the one who's got to take the fall for this. And we are starting to see these higher up executives start to take the fall for these things where initially it wouldn't be them. It would be the low level employees that would get fired. But the funny thing is, it's both now, right? The lower level employees, we're still seeing layoffs. We're still seeing massive amounts of layoffs all throughout the industry. But now we have CEOs and executives being fired at the same time as these massive layoffs. So everybody's getting cooked right now. The gaming industry is extremely tumultuous, and it's only going to continue to get worse. It says here that we took another $100 million impairment charge due to the underperforming releases, primarily Multiverses this quarter, bringing total write-down year-to-date to over $300 million in our games business, a key factor in this year's studio profit decline, Chief Financial Officer Gunnar Wadenfeld said during the November call. So again, guys, Warner Brothers is cooked. Okay, they're absolutely cooked. It is hilarious to see all of this go down because we tried to tell them. Nobody would listen to the gamers, right? We tried to tell them about Suicide Squad, never listen. We tried to tell them about Multiverses, never listen. And they're going to continue to listen to the suits who don't play video games. That's really what it is. I think at this point, since they believe in consultancy so much, I think they genuinely need true, actual consultants that know gaming culture. Right now, all they have is racial grifters. That's all they have as consultants right now. But, from Sweet Baby Inc. and all these places. But you need actual gaming consultants that know the culture of gaming. That's what you need. And when you have that, you can get a fine understanding of what gamers are genuinely thinking at the time of your video game being developed and at the time of your video game launching. I think it would really help you to fully understand what gamers are truly looking for because let's be real, these suits over at Warner Brothers and Activision and Blizzard and all these places, these suits, they don't know what the hell gamers want. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.